Disasters. So, a very warm welcome to the Student Experience podcast. It's been a while since we've done an episode, but I'm delighted to be joined by a star-studded team today. I'm joined by the lovely Laura, who is our international officer. I'm joined by our exiting president and our exiting VP for education and our current study abroad officer, Ryan O'Callaghan. And we've also got our student experience officer, Miss Iona Quinn. So nice to have you all here, guys. Hope you are all well. It's July. It's very warm. It's very hot in the city.
It's getting warmer in this.
Very nice.
We're currently in our recording pod at the moment where it's probably about 30 degrees.
We don't even want to know.
Yeah, it's not warm, but it's nice. Could be cold. Anyway, it's so we're in the the deepest part of summer now at the moment. How's everybody? How are you, Iona?
I'm loving it. I'm excited. I'm about to go on holiday.
Again?
Again.
You had your holiday already?
Yeah, I'm having another one. Woohoo!
Another one? Oh my god.
Cheap.
When you're away next week?
I'm away next week.
To France?
To France. I'm going back to Brittany.
Boring.
Yeah. Alright, loser.
That's hot there?
Yeah, it is hot,
Hot,
there.
hot?
Very hot, yeah.
Droughts?
Yeah, they actually
Forest?
Yeah, they actually got a forest fire just by my house. So that was
You didn't damage any property or anything?
Any tomatoes?
No, my tomatoes are untouched.
Iona's growing tomatoes this summer.
You don't know, she's an up-and-coming.
She sent us a picture about 2 months ago and she's telling us they're great and we haven't seen any other photos. So
because they're growing
are
slowly.
they red or green still?
But I don't have tomatoes. I have the tomato plant and the tomato flower. And soon
Oh, so you don't actually have tomatoes?
No. Are you new to the tomatoing world?
How long does it take? It was 2 months ago.
But it was a seed. I bought a seed.
No, it was a plant.
Sorry,
No,
no.
I put a seed into the ground and now it's a plant.
Yeah,
and
just tell us it was someone else's garden.
Yeah.
guys, this is a pointed
You're out there with
conversation.
Aldi in the middle island.
I'm talking.
She's just
to
gonna go
you.
shopping and just say, "Oh, look at all these lovely tomatoes."
Look
on
at
the
dirt on the
phone." Yeah. We're on to you.
Yeah,
There's no evidence. We want to see
Well.
evidence.
Pretty sure you started that during COVID, when you had COVID, which was in like Christmas, wasn't it?
Did I start? No, I didn't know.
Mm.
In COVID.
It's the longest tomato growth
No.
I've ever seen.
Are you guys well? I
Anyway.
started this after exam.
This is not the tomato show, so just so you know, we have to move on. But we look forward to pictures of your veggies and anything
Thank
else
you.
that are, outstanding. But I don't think, I'm sure we'd be waiting a long time for that photo. But and Laura, how are you? How's your summer going?
Good.
Yeah.
Haven't really done much.
Yeah.
Working away, working hard as usual.
Going abroad.
You know
is-
me.
It's just too expensive to go abroad at the moment.
It's
isn't
too
it?
expensive to live here too.
It's too.
So it's a little
What's
bit
free? That's what I want to know.
Water.
Water.
in your tap.
The sea.
It's not even because I
The sea
finished
is
it.
free. Okay, yeah. The sea is well if you live near it. You have to travel to it, you know.
What is
What?
it?
Museums.
Actually, in fairness,
What?
the transport's gone down.
Has
I'm
it?
saving on that. It's only €1 for me to get in. So
Sorry, €1.
it's a
Yeah.
euro,
Yeah.
yeah.
Student
It's
live card
a
is really-
90-minute fare thing, and you use it all if you use public transport within the
90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's €1.
Yeah,
Like for me,
Wow.
for travel, like it used to be like 80 quid a month to
Yeah,
get in, and now
easily.
if we're doing the office 3 days a week, it's 24 quid a month.
I'm
now.
not topping it up
Wow.
as much at all.
And is
Two
that
quid
will
in,
that
2
be
quid home.
here during the term for new students
That's
as well,
what I
or is
don't
it just a
know.
summer
I think
period?
so.
I
Yeah.
think it is a new thing, but they
Okay.
usually do discounts at summer, like usually for student leave cards. But I hope it's actually for.
Well, that's good to know. So the
That is
message,
good to
any
know.
students listening in, the one thing you can look forward to is cheap travel. So like
In Dublin.
on the network, I nearly have to take out a loan
no.
just to fill up my car with fuel at the
Yeah,
moment.
that's
So
right.
yeah,
That's
not
why I
good.
don't
So
drive.
take the train, but it's only with student leave card. Is that
Student
right?
leave card,
So you have to
yeah.
top it up
But
to.
even-
Well,
I think
you can
with
get
the
a
adult
young
leave card,
adult
yeah.
leave card as well.
It's the same,
from
it's the same.
18 to 23 if you're 23 years old.
Do I look 23 to you?
You
I could.
If
the real
like-
answer.
If I don't frown, maybe I do. Good to know. So that's a good message.
Save
so,
money there.
€1,
I do
okay.
buy coffee every morning and I do get my lunch out every day. But still, it's still expensive.
Yeah, well, if you're getting a €4,
Usually.
iced latte in the morning time out Butler's, maybe
It's a little
that's not-
treat.
It's a little thing.
Little treat. And then I get a free one after every 10th one. So basically, I'm saving.
10? I
Yeah.
thought it was every 5 or 8.
Get out of here now.
That's
So
great.
basically, I'm saving money.
Spending 40 quid for
Basically.
one free coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worth it.
Anyway,
Little
Ryan,
things.
how was your summer going?
Good, very busy.
Yeah?
I've been doing some travelling with the students over the last couple of weeks.
You're a new study abroad officer, so you're on
I'm on travelling duties, but it's been really nice. Like
Yeah.
last weekend, we were down in Cork, Limerick, Clare during the heat wave, so that was really, really nice getting to see like the country in the best kind of conditions possible, I suppose.
Ever been before?
Yes,
Oh.
I have, but it's very different though. Like when you're traveling with a big group, you kind of emerge in it again, and you're being a real touristy, taking all the photos and
Yeah.
everything
Nice.
like that. So
Nice.
it's been good. And then I was at a concert. I was at Longitude at the start of the month. So that was pretty.
Was
cool.
that like full of kids? Was it just full of
Yeah,
16-year-olds
pretty
dressed
young,
up as adults?
Yeah, it was pretty young, but no, the music's good. Like, and
Who was headlining at Longitude?
who was there?
Who's the main act on the Saturday?
Tyler, the creator. He's very good.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And Dave was there over the weekend.
Dave from IT.
Yeah, he's on stage.
Okay.
You got a good
Dave
deal.
Mackey, good, fair play, good show.
But yeah, no, it's been busy couple of weeks in July so far. But no, it's been nice.
Here, Ireland's actually fun to stay over, like in the summer. Usually
Yeah.
everyone goes away, and it's like the first summer where I haven't got anything planned really.
Yeah.
But like the amount of concerts and stuff that were on, it was just, it was a vibe. Like it was
That's been
fun
nice.
to
It
like.
was so fun. And they weren't too expensive.
They weren't, and it was a real like nice to be in Dublin because usually you're never here for the.
Yeah. Well, the weather's been
It
a
has
lot
been,
nicer this
yeah.
month than
Yeah.
June was a bit of a
June, yeah.
write-off with rain and things. But what's been really good is there's been lots of small festivals instead of
Yeah.
like
The main
Slane and Electric Picnic.
Right.
There's been ones to St Anne's Park. There's been ones in Fairview. There's been ones in Marley Park in Malahide Castle. So it's a thing for everyone really. And I think that's a better way rather than have the big ones. Lots of little small ones, more localized and
Like there's a
and
mix of
everything
every concert as well. Sure, like
Yeah.
we were all at different concerts, and Joanna's at like Green Day and Metallica and stuff. It's for every
else. Yeah.
different music taste.
So the message is
Big ups to
enjoy
Dublin.
Dublin
Yeah.
while it's here, and the city's been
If you
great
can
as well.
afford
It's Thursday nights here, Friday nights, Saturday nights in the city are just electric. You know, walking around town is just it's
Camden
always
Street is
class.
buzzing.
Camden Street is buzzing
Camden
lately.
Street is
I
the
feel like
spot.
I didn't know that existed until I was like 20 or so, because like it's not a place where
So Camden Street, if anyone doesn't know, it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
about
just
10-minute
past.
walk up from DBS.
Yeah.
Big social district. Lots of restaurants now and little bougie
nice
kind of
little
eatery places
little
and
bars.
hangout spots, and it really is.
It's really growing.
It's a mixed kind of age profile there. Like there's young and kind of more mature people as well. So
Yeah.
you can just go arrive there. So you're a Camden head at the moment.
a little bit, loving
I'm
a bit of
s-
hooks, loving a bit of Flannery's.
Yeah. Hooks
I
is
can
good.
only get into Camden when I have the right people with me because I'm too young. So
What?
I'm
Yeah,
not
Camden.
23,
Camden's 23s.
and they're like strict in it.
I thought Camden was all
No.
20-year-olds.
That's another thing if you're not over 23 for Camden. But there is other bars. Flannery's is good too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Camden is a great.
And what's
spot.
the dress code in Dublin's casual now? There's no shirts and shoes around. It's just
It's
runners.
casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not like.
You get in with white runners, would you?
Crystal's a bit.
In what?
Clean
Crystal
runners.
is a little bit.
Crystal's a
different,
bit.
I don't think Ayana would get in with those shoes she has on
I
her today,
don't
though.
think so. If I could explain what her shoes look like right now,
Don't
it's
look at
like
my feet.
They look like a mouse trap. That's
Yeah.
the only thing.
no, there's no.
Stop
flap.
looking at my feet.
It's like a half a baguette, but like you
Yeah.
put the full halfway in, and it's like.
Yeah.
You've gone for
They
a
look
loafer
actually quite cool. Okay, they just have a problem with
Who
their
defines
eyes.
cool? That's what I
She's
want
got
to know.
secret socks on too.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, leave my feet alone.
So go-to spot in town then. Where you're going? Camden Street, Laura, Ryan.
I'm
Same.
on Camden Street,
Yeah, Camden Street or Coppers. Coppers is always around.
Is it still going?
I don't know.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it when I started.
Yeah.
Evan, the outgoing vice president, has he's secured himself a Coppers gold
Not
card.
one, but
Two.
two.
Surely he'll pass it on to you.
Yeah, that's what
I think we should
Nice.
have like a general one for like.
But
the student
he's
union.
going away, so maybe we should keep it safe for him whilst he's away.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think
just to
so
keep
too.
it warm.
Yeah, you could Airbnb that out, like. You could-
Absolutely,
that's-
rent that a
Airbnb.
night.
Jesus, like.
We actually used it. I was in the presence when it was.
It was
used.
there.
Yeah.
You saw
It's
it.
like.
When I was doing my undergrad, like if you had a Coppers
Says
gold
music.
card, you were guaranteed the shift any night of the week. Like, you know,
Yeah.
that was literally
Wish that was
flashing
me.
that, flashing
Evan,
that,
give me
in
that
there.
card.
Flashing that in Coppers or at Coppers, man. You're cutting the line, going to the top. You're paying in free plus a friend. Like you were.
Yeah.
I think
man.
it's kind of changed a bit though, because
I feel like-
we were with Evan before, and like he had issues. Like
Yeah.
he goes in and they're like, doesn't mean you have entry. Like people are changing their kind of tone to it. Like,
You said that as well when we went
management level.
last.
Yeah, we. I think. Well,
It's how you use it. You have to just
I think
like,
you have
get
to
up
like.
out of it.
Yeah.
You have
Well,
to.
also because Ev's just turned 21 as well, so
Yeah.
they're like, how the heck did you get your hands on this? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Copper's gold card. It's like,
He doesn't deserve. You have to earn it.
yeah, you
Also,
do
if you're
have to
playing
earn.
county.
Give that back.
You don't have to be a guard or playing county
Playing
to
county, yeah.
be to secure
Big
one of
ups.
those. But he's done it, man. He's on
Dawson
the
Street's a
ball.
good vibe bop. A
Bop?
bop? A vibe and a bop.
Vibe and a bop.
Which
Okay.
one is Dawson's?
Sam's Bar is closed there. It's
it?
Sam's Bar was a great spot now for
Oh, I thought I was thinking
older
37.
people, like great crack, like serious spot. But at the back lane there, St. South Anne's Lane at the back, they normally have like kind of outdoor kind of raves in there. Pretty good. Like you got Zosimus there and Zosimus, Sam's
37.
37, and what's the other one?
Cafe.
Cafe on Seine. Like
Oh,
You can't
yeah.
beat them.
No.
and wasn't
I like
Kyo's
Cafe on Seine.
at the end. You're a
Oh,
fan of Kyo's now, Laura. Our
Kyo's.
first time to go to a pub.
I know.
Well, in town.
No, but like
town.
actually have
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like I don't sit down in a
It was a
pub
rite
in
of
town.
passage for you. It was a rite
Yeah.
We
of
actually
passage.
did not sit down.
We
were
actually
just
did. We were
standing.
outside. I was fascinated. We were across the road at a wine tasting, and we could see over like onto Kyo's, and everyone just stood outside. And I was like, "What's the buzz here? Like they're not even sitting down." And everyone just stands
It's-
in the street, and
It's
you're like,
so packed, like at after work. Everyone's in suits and
Yeah.
they're just drinking around.
You kind of
They're all
get that the
packed.
further you go to Dawson Street, the bougier the people get. Like they're in
Mm.
suits, they're in like
And we're lucky to get to work in a place where there's so much of that just on your doorstep in a walking distance. There's no
You can go anywhere.
taxis, buses, or anything like that that you have
Get
to
a
get.
taxi if you want.
Not
to,
that you
yeah.
can get in fact.
Well, that's another thing for people and students to be aware of as they, look to enter here, that they will have to deal with. Well, hopefully they're staying in student accommodation and they can walk, but having to get a taxi home now
It's a
is
bit complicated.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know some of our plans for hopefully the new year might not. Hopefully we'll get people home early.
Early enough to get
So,
lost.
yeah.
in the
Hopefully they're
hospitals and
staying where they can walk. So, I suppose the main thing then, exam results were out as well. Yeah, recently. And we've Ryan and Iona were very fortunate to pass all their exams. So, I suppose official congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. You must have been nervous getting the results.
Yes, I think Iona slightly more than me, but
Yeah.
I was. It's just a relief, it's a long 3 years, and then you just want to know that you've done well, and then when you finally see it, you're like, okay, the
It's
hard work,
reassuring,
it was worth
yeah.
it. It was
The
worth
graph is done.
it.
I know.
Exactly.
How many exams? You had
I had 5 out of my 6 modules. I had to do 5.
Lord.
Yeah, it was tough. It's really tough. That last exam when I finished it, and just the relief. I went away. I went to France like 2-3 days later, so it was a
I think
proper
you need
just,
that
yeah,
like it's like a proper
just
switch
detox
off
from
and
everything. I
stuff,
just
yeah.
went away for a week, travelled, and it was really good. But I was just glad once that last exam in the afternoon finished. It was quite annoying though. Like every other exam I had was all like early morning starts.
Yeah.
The last exam was put in the afternoon. I was like, oh,
That
did you
hits
prolong
different.
it anymore?
Yeah.
It's like because you're waiting around the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like you want to just wake up and get it done or whatever. But if you're waiting around till like 3, it's like,
Yeah. Well, at least it was online.
It was-
Most students, all students beforehand, had the the big RDS exams, and I used the student service team used to always go down to support, and we'd probably invigilate a little bit as well, but it was more as a moral support, and we're giving them good looks and fist bumps, and you got this type thing, and the look of just fear going into
Nerves.
people's faces, and then exam 3 or 4 people just don't care anymore. They're just like, I'm done. It's just the weather's too hot, I want to go.
Yeah.
I want this finished.
I
So
didn't even know how people could write so much. I did my first year exams and I was in Ballsbridge Hotel. And like I was able to write like 3 or 4 pages for an hour or something. Now I'm
answer.
like, you give me a page, I couldn't even write. I don't think for
Yeah.
solid.
yeah.
Like we did the leaving cert and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
just
the last written exam I did with my leaving cert, and that was what, nearly 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's mad. I never thought I'd do a degree without sitting a physical written exam.
there you go.
R.I.P. to the people coming here now. So hopefully,
Back to basics.
and yourself, Iona, you were happy enough. Yeah.
Happy to have it.
You
done.
didn't want to look at your results until you came back from France.
No.
Your results
I don't
came
know
out,
how
and
you
then
did
you
that.
just said, "No, I'll wait till I get back."
Because the results were coming out on the Friday and I was leaving on the Thursday, and if I had bad results it was going to ruin my weekend, which I don't think I was going to get bad results, but I'm always nervous with exams. I'm always
You never
very,
know how
very
it's
nervous.
gonna- Yeah.
So I didn't look at them until I came back on the Wednesday.
Okay.
It's like a
Well,
whole week
I just
later.
repressed it. I forgot about it. It's fine. It worked.
She just broke out in a hive, and she's just there scratching
Come back on
herself.
the
saying,
plane, being
"Hey, I
like-
don't care. I don't care." Yeah.
I know.
It's not bothering
what
me at all.
exams? I don't know.
Her hair is like
Amazing.
all over the place. It's
Yeah.
like, no.
No, that's just a casual Friday.
But thankfully, no repeats. I do feel
Yeah.
for anyone who has to do repeat now, because the summer, the prolonged, and to be the sitting exams now in this heat as a repeat is tough going. So good luck to anyone. Maybe doing
Yeah,
repeats,
you
and
got this.
hopefully you can find focus now this weekend or whenever, or for the next week or so, and get through the challenge that is the repeats. But I'm sure you'll do the best you can. Well, as we come to the end of July, what's been your highlights for this month? You know, I always like to take stock of the end of the month and say, what did I achieve? What did I not achieve? What did I do? Any milestones or any nice things that you've done that you can maybe share?
I'd say the travelling. The travelling was really good. Like, that was my first, like, since I've started the role, that was my first couple of study tours that I had to do with the students. And it was really nice. Like, it was just nice to get away. Like, you don't see it as work when you're there. It's like you're bringing people to different areas, you're showing them around, and you get to experience things again for yourself. Like, there's something, like, I'd never been to the Giant's Causeway before, so that was one thing that I hadn't done out of all our little excursions, and that was really nice to go. And again, weather was phenomenal. So they're little markers and things that I've put aside this month.
Explain to me the Giant Causeway hexagons. How the hell does nature form straight lines? Like,
it's insane.
What's all that about?
Like, we had a guide talking about it as well, and they're like, nothing is shaped in nature, like absolutely nothing.
Like
yet
that.
They're all so perfectly done in hexagons. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Just aliens.
Yeah, it just doesn't
It's
make
answer.
sense. Yeah.
Basically,
aliens.
yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Not
There
the
we
start
go.
of the world.
No, but like, is there any?
They couldn't. They don't know. They actually don't know.
It's perfectly straight and symmetrically.
Yeah, it's
I've
straight.
never been.
It's the
I might
same
do the
in
next.
Scotland. They have a little piece of the Giant's
Yeah,
Causeway.
and you can see, like, it was a clear day, so we
Yeah.
could see.
Oh, you could?
You can see. You can
I
see.
couldn't when
Yeah,
I
you can
went.
see. It's not that far. Like, if you look along the horizon, you can see the little bump of land, and you can literally.
No way.
Yeah, swear to God, you can
Wow.
see Scotland. You can see the outline. It's phenomenal.
Wow.
Really.
There you go.
Phenomenal.
There we go. Science, geography, whatever. It's all there today.
History.
Yeah.
No, it's
Did you go to Bunratty Castle or did you go to anything
Yeah,
else?
we went to Bunratty.
What's that like?
Bunratty was pretty nice. I've been there before. I hadn't been there in years. So
They
you
do
can't
a big
forget it.
banquet and all. I think you
Yeah,
can
so
pay.
we just
big
got in
bucks.
lucky in time. Like, got in just before 4:00, and then after they were shutting the castle down. But we saw some of the staff dressed
Because
up
they
like
dress up
the
as like a king
medieval
and
gear
queen.
and all that kind of gear. They're setting up the dinner in a massive banquet hall. And
Iona's
What
wearing
did
the outfit for it
Yeah,
as
there
well.
we
I thought
go.
she was.
Oh, is that
So funny.
you knew I was going to talk.
What do they eat? I always picture people like that in those movies would have like a big thing of beer and then like a chicken leg.
Yeah.
They just-
Chicken egg.
A chicken
Chicken
leg.
leg. Yeah.
Chicken leg, yeah, okay.
I actually
Chicken
don't know.
egg too, maybe.
Why not?
Like, do you ever see those movies and they're like,
Yeah. No, I get what
It's
you're saying.
all over them and
Actually,
stuff.
I don't know what they have.
No, it's not. It's not chicken. It's meant to be what? Is it hog? No. Is it hog?
Yeah, hog.
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
lived
hog.
those
Yeah,
times.
no,
Like, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but
Anyway, but yeah, it was good crack. The
Yeah,
students
really
enjoyed
good.
it.
Students loved it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit full on at first, like a lot of travelling on the first day, but then when you get to relax a bit, you kind of soak it more and you go, geez, really got a lot done over the weekend.
Yeah.
And
Traveling takes it out of me. Like
I love
when you're,
traveling.
but no,
Yes.
everyone loves. I love being in different places, of
I love
course.
traveling.
But are you telling me
on a
Yeah.
you
bus.
don't like 3 hours in the airport,
I love it.
4 hours on the plane,
I love it.
like no water?
I love it. I'm born to travel.
How did you-
Please abbreviate on that. Like how the
I don't
hell?
know. I just enjoy it.
I went
read a
away at the
book,
start
I'll
of
be
the month.
fine.
I went away at the start of the month, right?
Mhm.
I had to be obviously crisis Dublin Airport at the moment. Well, back then you had to be three and a half hours at the airport beforehand. My flight was at 6:40. I had to be at the airport at 3 a.m. I was going to the airport on Saturday morning, and I was like, "There's people in Supermax right now, munching on a chicken goujon and like having a rest of
And
after the bag
here
of chips."
you are.
And I'm here right now, and I was going, "This is not right."
Who's winning though?
3 hours. 3 hours in queuing in the airport. It's warm. There was no one, like literally, it was just the most chaos thing I've ever been involved with. And then I had to sit in a plane for 2 or 3 hours.
Do you not switch off
The
though?
plane I enjoy.
Like,
I'm
just-
awake.
Yeah, but you know, you can be awake and switch off.
Can-
Like, you can
There's
just,
just so much going on. Like,
just
but
get a drink.
I fall asleep on
Yeah.
the plane. I'm like,
or like,
oh,
just like,
nice to meet you. Person sitting beside me
Okay.
starts falling asleep.
no, she's that annoying person on the plane. You're that
Yeah.
nice.
No, I'm not.
person.
No, I'm not. I'm that person that would always get somebody really talkative beside them. Like
Oh,
going to
no.
France at the start of the month, I had this lady and she felt so uncomfortable on her plane. I had to talk to her the whole flight. She was so
I
nervous.
see now. I'd be like, no, get the boot. Sorry, I don't speak
Oh, that's
English.
right.
Good luck.
yeah.
I'm
I
a
just put
nice
the
person.
AirPods in.
Yeah.
I'd be
still
like,
argue.
yeah, no.
Try to
Noise
close the eyes.
cancellation.
And you're
Can't do
entertaining
that.
that. But,
Well, yeah.
well, fair play. I you know,
You don't like you.
it takes the soul out of me. Like, it takes me whole day. I have to be, yeah.
I feel like you're always on edge though until like I arrive wherever I'm going in my like apartment or whatever accommodation. I'm like, okay, now I'm settled. Like I'm not settled when I get to the airport. I'm not settled when I get my bags and stuff. I need to be
That's the other thing. Is your bag even going to come out now?
That's another thing, yeah.
All your clothes, and you're like,
Literally.
no. Oh, Lord. So, what's been your highlights for July? All our listeners are dying to know, Iona.
Wow.
Where?
It hasn't been a very busy month. I'd say I just went back to France. I saw family I hadn't seen in a year, so I think that's my highlight. It was a short trip, but it was very nice. And it was like 35 degrees when you guys here in Ireland was like rain, cold.
And Laura?
Honestly, I haven't done a lot July. Went to a few concerts in June.
Yeah, June was busy with
June
festivals
was
and
so
concerts,
busy.
wasn't it? Yeah.
So that was fun.
Dermot Kennedy
Dermot
played every
Kennedy,
second day, I think, in
Lewis
Dublin for about 2
Capaldi.
months.
Lewis Capaldi, we
Yeah.
saw.
Lewis Capaldi.
It was just fun. I guess my mom and dad were away for a few weeks, so me and my brother had the house to ourselves. So it was just it was weird living like by ourselves because we're actually
What did
growing
you
up
eat?
and stuff.
What did you eat?
Honestly, I was good. I made a lot of carbonara. I love a bit of cream cheese, a little bit of bacon,
Can't
chorizo.
keep eating that, like.
Watch me. There was obviously a few takeaways. But other than that, beef satay. I'm a beef satay. I love a good beef satay.
Okay, yeah.
And I can cook it. It's actually kind of good.
Nice.
Other than that, nothing major.
Yeah. July's just passed us by. We're at the end of the month.
We had a
lads,
barbecue actually on the Saturday. Just the past week has actually been good. I feel like the vibes in the office have been fun. We're all kind of getting into the summer spirit.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
Although Iona's too much in the spirit.
Yeah, I know it's too much today.
I'm not talking at all at the moment.
Killing you. And you can see her breaking down the hive. It's killing you on the inside. It's coming out in a different way, unfortunately.
What were your highlights? What have you done? What you've done?
I not much during July, but I was away for a bit. I had an operation last month as well, so I was on the tail end of that. So July, the start of the month was a bit slow for me, but I'm ramping up now. Had a nice journey. I was in Germany and Switzerland, and I went to France for a bit as well. So it was nice. It was good fun. Weather was class, and I'm back now and it's warm. Enjoying the heat wave.
It is nice though. Ireland is actually pretty when it's nice. Like when it's, I feel like everyone
pretty
gets
when it's nice.
Yeah, well, it's pretty when it's nice weather. Sorry, excuse my French.
Yeah, no, it's good. I got to see the Alps. Got to see a glacier for the first time as well,
did?
which was pretty cool.
Good.
Which they probably won't be around for much longer, considering this heat wave. So
Judging by
Did you see the one in Italy?
yeah, was that Italy? Was it?
I think it was Italy.
Yeah, I did see it though. Yeah.
I think it was Italy.
Fair play to the guy for just standing there, keeping recording as 500 tons of solid ice just goes to smashing.
Nice.
But no, it's good, and it's I suppose it's kind of a reminder now we're into the last kind of couple of weeks of summer, so we need to chalk off our plans and our ideas for next year, or for the balance of the summer.
Yeah.
So I suppose, what's the vibes like around Dublin anyway? What?
A lot of tourists. There's a lot of Americans.
Yeah, and we have our Spanish students
We
as well.
do.
We
There's
have
a lot of
the
Spanish
students.
students.
So DBS gets used for like the classrooms and stuff for Kaplan students come over. Love the ping pong paddles in our office. They love asking for the ping pong balls. Outside the college, I don't know, a lot of tourists. There's a lot of people around the city.
Restaurants are busy, aren't they?
Restaurants are busy.
Bars are, jammed. The weekends are.
But also, I've been out for a couple of drinks. Like I met up with some people that I haven't seen in ages, and like you're talking to people that are like Americans that are like, oh, like how, like what are you here for? Like who do you know over here? They're like, oh, my grandmother of this and that was Irish. I had to come over these days. I feel like everyone's talking more because like obviously COVID is kind of going.
Yeah.
They're not scared to like stand away from each other. And obviously the Americans are real talkative. And they love like their stew and their Guinness, and it's like
when you think back to this time last year, you had to make 2 bookings because you'd only 110 minutes to eat.
Do you
and
remember?
drink.
Yeah.
Like, that was just.
Remember, even we went out on New Year's Eve and it was 8:00 finish. And we were absolutely.
I was away for New Year's. What?
8 p.m. There was a curfew.
So everyone was just hanging around town saying, I'm not going home.
2, 1, 8 o'clock.
3 hours, you mean?
Like we started like at like 2:00, and I actually got a hotel over by the Point Square that night because I was like, I'm not going home for New Year's if I'm going out. So, and it was cheap at the time. It wasn't like the prices now. But like we were outside Pygmalion and it was 8:00 and all of us were locked. But it was like, okay, it's 8:00 in the day. Like we'd only be starting our night now, and now it's like,
Lord!
And we had to wait around. All of us were asleep by 12.
You all missed the
countdown.
Yeah,
that's a joke, isn't it?
It was such a backwards New Year, and I'm like, oh, how did we even do that? Even like sitting outside and stuff. Everyone had little pods and stuff on South
It's class. I'm thinking now, you can just walk into. I can go into Hogan and say, yeah, I got a pint there. Go next door, no name bar. I can go meet, a friend for food.
That was such an like.
But
was
think of
taken
the,
for
you
granted.
had to have bookings.
Yeah,
Like, think
yeah.
how
Yeah.
hard, like that
But
was
then, like,
so
you couldn't
annoying.
even get someone to meet you. Like, oh, we're in town, come meet us. On our bookings only for like
Sorry,
4
we
people.
only have 4 spaces.
You took your friends, then like it was like, okay, are you good enough to sit with us for 2 hours?
Yeah, this is it. It's class now. Like, think about it, like, it really is. So I suppose
It's good to be
it
back.
give.
It was nearly not worth going out.
Honestly, it
Like, you got
wasn't.
to a point where you're like, oh, Jesus, the effort.
But I'd love to say that I still
But
continue.
it's just, I found it, like, logistically, you're just like, oh, the effort.
Well, you live in Bray though as well. I feel like you can't.
Yeah, but like, Bray's a good spot. Especially this weekend. Bray will be jammed.
Yip yip.
I'd say
Air show.
every weekend it's just mad out in Bray.
It is, especially with the carnival
The
there.
queue for the fish and chips must be. Bray's anyone who doesn't know, Bray is like a kind of a local sea area in the south side of Dublin, north of
Where
Wicklow,
Wicklow.
whatever.
Wicklow.
So yeah, very popular. But no one really swims there, which is really strange. No,
The beach
Oh, they
doesn't
do,
have
no.
sand.
do they? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. My dad's a massive swimmer.
really.
He goes
Yeah.
every morning he'd be swimming
Wow.
every day.
Really?
The rocks are very
Yeah.
annoying. They should make a
They
little
are.
wooden pier though, shouldn't they? Just
No,
have
yeah.
a little
So he
bit.
goes down to the harbour end, so it's like the train station end of the beach.
Right.
So there's like
Sandy bit there.
a little sandy bit there and have all the rocks, so they kind of start there. That's where people leave their stuff where they go swimming, and then they'll
Okay.
swim towards Braehead direction and then back.
Fair. And even in the winter he gets in.
Oh yeah, every day.
Yeah.
And he doesn't wear a wetsuit,
So up there.
just
Well,
straight in.
we need
Straight
to.
in now, Chris.
I'm actually adamant to get Laura in for a swim.
You're not
once.
Impossible.
Why?
Sea swims are
I don't
lovely.
see swim.
Class.
I literally
Lovely.
had this conversation
Especially
with
in
my friend the other day.
Bundoran.
Oh, I'd get in Bundoran. I did paddleboarding in
No,
Bundoran.
but the sea swim.
Yeah, but like, I'm talking, October, November.
That
It's
is
actually
absolutely
so nice.
disgusting.
No, it's class
No,
now.
it's
It's class
very
now. It's
cool.
not as busy. No jellyfish.
And you feel very good afterwards.
There you go. Come on, Laura.
We're
No.
outnumbered here.
One day. So anyone, you can look
You guys
forward
don't know
to,
what I look like.
you can look forward to, I suppose, a couple of, we normally get a few sea swims in with the students in early October. Nice thing to do. The sea temperature will be kind of maybe 10, 11, 12, 13 degrees then, depending on how warm the weather is. So you can look forward to that. Let's see who the brave souls are during.
Maybe
I
I'll
know,
do it as
in fairness, Iona's
She does.
decent getting in.
Oh, okay.
And I'd say you are as
Thank
well,
you,
Ryan, if
though.
your dad's getting in regular enough. You have no choice.
No,
I'll make it a charity event for Rag Week. If Lord Stafford gets in every year,
If you raise
donated.
money.
Yeah,
We'll raise
will
500 quid on
not.
that alone, I think.
easily.
Yeah, so Dublin vibes we're talking about there. So the city's pretty good at the moment. I know everyone
Yeah,
is
very
enjoying life and things
They're
are.
saying that we were out the other night and it was kind of dead. Come like, well, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. But
I think a lot of people are on vacation now as well. But
true,
yeah,
a lot of young people are on J1
Yeah.
and stuff.
but I do think anyone coming to DBS now in the new year, or sorry,
Mhm.
in the new semester, has a lot to look forward to. It's going to be
Absolutely.
very,
Oh,
very
it's going to
exciting.
be wild.
You can imagine what Freshers
Wild.
Week is going to be like, and
I'd
the
nearly
city
like to be
around.
coming back as a student.
I was going to say the
I'd actually
same,
nearly
yeah.
like to I wish I could do it again.
Like it's like gone back to before COVID
Yeah.
and everyone's like ready to.
It's like my
Yeah.
first year again.
That's
First year was like
yeah.
Yeah.
how it's done, but last year has been different, hybrid, this, that, and the other. But I'd love to come in now, like even if it was my final year.
Yeah.
This
And be
I'd
staying
love
in the
it.
accommodation,
Oh.
staying in Brickwork, staying in
Mm.
our partner accommodation
It's
would
just
be.
bliss. Oh,
Yeah.
like
But I don't know how Evan did as the VP for student life, like
And live there.
and
Go,
living
go,
there
go.
and then going to college. It must have been the fastest, craziest, most energy sapping year because everyone wants to hang out with you, be your friend,
Yeah.
and then you're
Go,
going
go, go.
from organising the parties to back to Brickworks party. It must have been just
Yeah, I spent a
Intense.
few nights with him there, crashed for a few SEO events, but he's just a man at Brickworks when he was there. Like everyone would be coming up as he's coming back, like trying to just relax and everything. Oh, do you want to come to this party here? Or we're
Yeah.
doing an after party up on the
Balcony.
rooftop area balcony, and
God.
he's like he says yes a lot of the time, but then there's times where he's like, I just can't.
No.
I'm just dead.
It's
Yeah.
dead.
I'm dead. I think you would have died. You would have combusted just spontaneously. I think if you lived there, Laura,
absolutely.
because you
I would have never left the place. I
just
would have been like,
love a random party. Like, you know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Catch me. And I actually was very proud of myself that I never ended up on like a. I said no. I was like, no, it's an after party. No, I won't go back. And now I'm like, I regret it. There's no one.
Normally it's the opposite. Normally say you never
No,
regret it. Like,
literally. Like, and then you see these absolute goons walking into the college the next day in the same clothes and thing. I was like, I missed that. That was me in like my second year thing.
Were you not wearing that
So-
yesterday as well?
Shut up. You guys can't do that.
One of me and Evan's highlights was I remember when we played Trinity. When I was playing football, we beat Trinity at College Green. We went straight back to the college.
But that was a great
get
game. It
changed.
was
Oh, that
4-3, was it?
that
Yeah,
was.
so we came back after that like adrenaline, came back to the college. We then were getting ready to go straight out to the driving range. We went straight to the driving range, came back into town, went out on a night out, got hammered, and then the next morning we had to drive to Carlow for a pool tournament.
That is exactly sums up what college life is like.
It was mental.
Then you're studying out of class in between them.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is during the academic year as well, Ryan, is it?
Yeah, this is why I wasn't attending classes.
But you missed that because we didn't have that during like COVID. Like people weren't like staying back. Like I'm adamant for that this year. To like now that the Globe's got like we used to spend our time in there going back. I'll just go for a couple of drinks, but then it turns into like so it's like the new thing is going to be we'll go over for 1 or 2 after student council or after.
I think people will have a better balance though this year because I think last year a lot of us were trying to squeeze so much in because we had nothing for 2 years. But at least people coming in now will have been out with their friends, travelled a bit more, so at least now to be able to plan a bit better. But we just wanted to do everything. Like as soon as it was available, everyone's like, it doesn't matter if it's like you're going to 5 parties in 1 week. Or just, I miss so much of it. I want to go to everything. Like you don't want to miss out again. But at least this year, everyone they'll have experienced a bit more this summer. So
sports games. I'm excited, just as you said there about the football game. That was a great day. We were over to even at the cricket and we were there.
Yeah,
I love that. I love
they'll always go crack.
Yeah.
And would you have any advice for students coming in this year? Like, do you pace yourself? Do you prioritise the big fish? Do you make sure you get the sleep in? Because you do burn out as well. Like it's not like people forget. I want to go to all this, but it costs you energy. It also costs you money and time, and you have to like. What's the... Don't
back out of Freshers Week. Freshers Week, go hard.
Go
hard.
Because once you've set yourself, you meet friends, you meet new people, you can also then attend events and stuff with them. But if you're here for a semester, I would say go all out. Like try and sign up for as much stuff as you can. Get on the sports teams.
Get on them.
Go to the matches.
Yeah, fair.
Get involved. Yeah. But if you're a student for the year, still go hard. Freshers
Still
Week.
go, so there's no difference.
and then pace yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. First 3 weeks are key.
Yeah. First 3 weeks, no excuses.
Yeah.
Just go.
Because everyone's new. Everyone's getting like trying to get their feet in college and stuff. So everyone's in the same boat. I feel. So if you're all in it together, it's like okay, sink or swim.
We're playing with the idea of do we put Bundoran in during Freshers Week or we do it the week after because Freshers Week is so tough. It's hard to put Bundoran in because people
will
are
dead.
Yeah.
I think week after.
Yeah.
Because there's something to look forward to. People get to know each other, party together, Freshers Week, it's like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then you get to have a full Freshers Week instead of maybe cutting it short on the Thursday and then leaving on the Friday.
So for anyone who isn't aware, part of like our onboarding, our first few weeks is we have a big trip to kind of a big surf trip where we kind of book out a lot of accommodation and it's a big surf weekend for all the students and we have a great time. What's your best memory in Bundoran?
I'll start with you. Sorry.
Sorry. You are visually impaired for a period of time.
I don't know. The air is different up there. You have one glass of wine, you're absolutely hitting the floor. Like, look.
The air or the drink, which is?
Well, everything.
Well,
the drink probably as well because you get it.
This is a very serious thing. Your vision.
You're gone after. Like you're bamboozled after. Like you know me. I love a glass of wine. And I can actually whatever
or two.
up there or 3 or 4. But up there, you have one drink and you're like, oh, I'm out for the night. I'm ready to party. Don't know what it is. It's the vibe. I just think you're excited, and it's just like
little kid on Christmas.
You are though, because like you're getting your drink. It's like you have your own little apartment, a little bit of independence that you're living, and then like you end up in.
Not when you're sharing a room with him. The first time
God.
I went up sharing with him, and I think it was 8 o'clock or something, and there was me, Fabrizio, Ross, and Adam were sharing a room, and surfing wasn't for another 2 and a bit hours.
Oh, you're one of those people.
And then straight onto the door.
No, I'd never do 2 hours before.
The other lads are back.
Unless I needed food or something.
No, you're like, we're going to go out for a walk and all this before, after we've been drinking the night before. So we're going to go out and get food.
Well, actually, Dad, get up and get out of
bear in mind, sorry, everyone else was sleeping everywhere else, but Adam's
not me and not Nathan. Me and Nathan, we were always awake as well, super early.
You don't sleep though. This girl, Iona Quinn, does not sleep
or eat.
She like
every
eat. No, you don't.
Yeah, fair. She fell
asleep. No,
guys, you're making me sound like a real.
You are.
No, but like every time I've gone away with you, we're like you're always up. I think I
wake up early.
I sleep. But we're like going to bed at like 3 o'clock, and then she's up bright eyed and bushy tail by 6 o'clock. It's like
respect.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I don't know how you don't. Yeah. But what's your best memory then, Ryan, in Bundoran?
I don't know. I've been there a few times and it's good.
Is there one that sticks out?
It gets better each time.
Paris is just hilarious. The nightclub, when you say you're in Paris, but you're actually in Donegal, Bundoran. That was good.
It's a sight to be seen.
It is.
You got kicked out of there.
I did. First time ever.
I actually
Fun
think that was
memory.
like a peak moment of my friendship with Adam. Was like seeing him get booted out from a nightclub at the age of whatever you are.
Excuse me. A gentleman never revealed his age on live, on a live podcast.
That was hilarious.
That was not.
That was
my
a
tongue
very-
was actually still sore. From that
You were
when
saying
lived,
it, yeah.
But
That's what you get.
Oh,
The highlight would
I
be
think I'll
Ed.
get back in. I don't think they'll remember. You know.
Yeah, you don't have a
time.
remember all.
But the last time I remember, like, talking about getting into nightclubs, Nathan. So Nathan
Shout out to Nathan.
had no ID on him, nothing, and he decides to
I
open up.
remember that.
No
yeah.
COVID cert, that was the thing.
He had,
Oh, yeah.
COVID.
Sorry,
cert
you
at the
had
time.
the COVID
He had
cert.
the
Remember
COVID
that,
cert,
needing a COVID
but
cert
it
to go in
wasn't
somewhere.
his. It was my COVID cert that he had, and
Yeah.
then Ross.
I don't know if we should
he-
be.
This is funny. Like, this is what people used to do. Like, but
Yeah.
he got Ross's Snapchat profile. Like, so it just had Ross Whelan with like an animated face, and he tried to use that as ID, and they accepted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
But it was
He
my
made,
Snapchat
oh, he
avatar.
made the
An
Snapchat
avatar. Yeah.
in the queue for the nightclub
But
because
he
he
used
only
my
had the
COVID
thing.
cert, so the names didn't match regardless. But they're like, okay,
It's great.
it's mad.
That's
You couldn't
class.
get
That's
out of that.
iconic. That's
That's class. Because
impressive.
you need to verify he
Yeah.
was okay.
He's like, I've no
And
idea,
he
I've no wallet,
accepted
I've
a
no nothing.
Snapchat.
Yeah,
Avatar.
I've never seen that before.
Sure, he used to come out with us and he didn't have a COVID cert for
Yeah.
ages,
Right.
and his phone would be like smashed, and he's like, "Oh, it's on that," and they're like, "Yeah, cool." But like, I'd be absolutely parajocks if I didn't go up somewhere, and I'd be like, "No, good luck, take me away, arrest me." I'm lying.
And remember that like last October when we booked Bundoran as well. All the pubs were closed, but the
Yeah.
hotel was open,
Yeah.
and it was rocking because once you were a resident, you could do what you want.
You felt like a
so
VIP.
good.
And I can't believe like
Don't
we
you
had
remember
such a great night. We did a quiz, there was a dance, there was loads of good crack on,
Mm.
and there was no COVID cases. Isn't that
Yeah, that's
amazing? I
crazy.
could
Yeah.
not believe because there was 2 buses up. There was obviously everyone was sitting on each other's ears.
Yeah.
And we told them to wear masks, but that was short lived. But
Mm.
people were having an absolute great time, and I remember. There was a rave on in one of the rooms, I think, at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was a room that slept about 4 people, and there was probably 70 odd people in it. And,
Love
it.
yeah.
It was so
Love it.
fun.
That's probably one of my highlights of
Yeah.
Bundoran.
Bundoran. That was pretty funny. What about you?
It's all well and good until it starts being your own apartment. You're all good going to someone
Oh,
else's apartment to
yeah.
party, but if it's yours, you're like, everyone get
Yeah.
out. Like, and the next morning, I know I had that a couple of times when it was my apartment because I used to love going to someone's apartment and partying because the nightclubs weren't open. And then you get back the next morning and it's like, oh, this is my bed. Everyone is in my room. Everyone has
It's
my
experience, Sean, Laura. You're now aware of that. Yeah.
But I feel like we're
Have
all
a nice
the same
room,
boat.
but
Yeah.
put the party
I like my privacy.
in DJ LOK's room.
Yep. Sorry, go on. What was your favourite?
My highlight. Well, I would also say the rave in the room that was.
You can't use that.
I know, but I'm still gonna say it. It was really good. But also before the rave.
Sorry, the rave was actually so good because I hadn't been in a club in 2 years,
Yeah.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god,
It
everyone.
was crazy.
I think Aaron had the LED lights,
Mhm.
and like
everyone
it
was
just,
on couches, dancing on tables, literally
Class.
cramming.
Here,
as
the
many
bar
people
said hi
as
because that was the
possible.
last Bundoran. Oh no, the last Bundoran
Halloween
one was
was
before that,
Bundoran.
but that was the Halloween one, and the bar said hi for the next one.
yeah.
Just saying,
Yeah.
be prepared.
No, that wasn't the Halloween one. That was before the Halloween
Yeah,
one.
we had another
Oh,
Halloween
was
one,
it?
which was
Yeah.
mad. That's when Paris opened.
The first one was
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think it was.
Yeah.
peaked. But no, my core memory.
Any
It was the just before going to the rave. We went to everyone stopped going to the bar and we all moved to the beach. And then some of us went into the sea, some of us just stayed. It was
the fish,
so
sorry,
weird.
the fish were biting me. I had to get out of the sea. There was fish biting me. Piranha. We all went down for a dip, yeah. And then, but sorry, the council come down and started a bonfire. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell is going on? So we all had this fire.
I remember.
And
you
we
guys
were
talking
dancing
about
around the fire. Man, that was a weird night, no.
It was a bit.
that. You guys all came back and I was
It was
like,
a
think
bit
of it now. I was like,
Yeah,
she's
thinking
all
about
right.
And then the boombox, we had a big, huge boombox, and
Oh,
then it was covered in sand,
Oh,
and Kenny
It
was
full of stuff.
Let's go this weekend.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What a spot. I look
What a-
forward to it. We have
Yeah.
it, so possibly week 3, first week of October.
Yeah,
Make sure you get your tickets. I think it's
Mhm.
130
and it doesn't
euro.
matter if you can't surf.
Yeah.
We don't really actually surf. No, I'm joking.
No, we do.
We do.
We try.
We do, but
We
you
try.
can be a beginner.
I do have it on my list here. What's everyone watching? Listening on Spotify or Netflix? Just one thing you're watching or listening to.
Watching on Netflix at the moment, I started Power again.
Quality show.
What
It's
do
a
you mean?
great show. I finished the first 3
As in,
series.
you watched it already?
Yeah,
And
no,
you're
I
going
watched the
back to the
first
start?
3 series. So I'm on season 4, 5, and 6
Okay,
now,
okay.
and
So
I'm
we're still
loving
on
it.
that.
Yeah,
How was that? How long is an
Good.
episode?
About an hour.
Yeah.
It's about 50 minutes or so.
And how many episodes in a series? 10.
I don't know. I
Like
didn't.
15.
I didn't actually write it myself.
Okay. See, I have to know what I'm committing to. Like, if these
Well, also,
episodes are an hour and a half, I was like, oh, come on, like 10
No.
episodes. Like, it's
and then you have
much.
Love Island as well, but that's not on Netflix, so that's not the question you asked me. But
Are you a Love Island Ted?
I am, but I wasn't at the start. But
You're
then I
into
got
it.
into it because I felt really peer pressured because it was all over my social media.
And you Love Island?
A little bit, but not really.
You?
No, I watched it with Laura once, but
Oh, that was the best day ever.
That
We
was
were-
the best day
we
ever.
were. It was after. Where were we?
We went out on the Friday.
Yeah,
and
we
then
went out on the Friday night, and the two of us sat in my sitting room,
It
ordered a
was
McDonald's
so
breakfast.
good.
And we
McDonald's breakfast?
It was a
Like,
rough morning.
Deliveroo, like.
Like
It
we
was
were
a-
in
it was a-
pieces.
Yeah, we were both like hoodies,
Yeah.
zipped up, just literally.
Ev actually
vegetables
stayed
on
over
the
as well,
couch.
and he came back because he was home later than us, and then he went back up for a nap, and he slept until like 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
and we were all like dead. I don't think we even spoke to each other till like 2
That was
o'clock.
only like 2 weeks ago.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 2 weeks ago, and
was
we
so
sat
good.
there, ordered a mountain
Mountain.
of food.
Not one.
We
thing.
all had two.
You don't even need, so I was saying.
Exactly. So you know, it was bad if I ordered a ton of food.
We got like a bit of everything, and then we both just sat there watching shite. Excuse me, watching crap on the telly.
Oh, it was
And
so
we don't even think we
fun.
ate it all.
No, we did
It was just
not.
like-
we don't.
And then we both napped until like 2 o'clock.
We both just stopped talking to each other and fell asleep.
Your brains
And woke-
couldn't even
Yeah, no.
hold conversation.
Yeah, like I've been hungover, but that day it just hit different. We were both like
Yeah.
absolute cabbages on the couch. Like, good luck.
Oh, Lord.
It was very funny. And then we did the tortilla challenge. So that was
Fun.
Hilarious.
What is the tortilla
While
challenge?
Evan was filming that, by the way, he should have been in Mullingar because we were on
Yeah,
our
we
way
know,
to
yeah,
surprise
we
him
know.
for a bingo.
Oh,
live
that
day.
was so funny. They're all going up for his birthday.
Ev hadn't a clue, so
We
we were all
knew.
going up to Mullingar.
he
They
was
knew,
hungover as hell.
but Evan didn't know. And
And
then
I
I
was
was seeing videos of like Laura, Iona, and Evan doing this tortilla challenge, which you have water in your mouth and you basically just slap each other with tortillas.
So
We're doing that in
funny.
the office next
We
week.
should actually. No, not without me.
Yeah, let's do it let's do it next week. Let's do it next week.
No, because I was like, respectfully, politely, Evan, leave my house.
Yeah.
We were on the train going up to Mullingar. Like,
I was on the phone to him and I was like, yeah, so he's having a nap and he's been out cold since about 10 o'clock this morning. It's 1:30 now.
Okay.
He does need to drive. And Ryan's like, well, I'm getting on the train the next hour, so if he gets to a surprise party before I do, that's going to be embarrassing.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Evan is our VP for Student Life.
Was.
Our VP for Student Life, and he's actually been secured a position on the Jameson graduate program, and
Yeah.
I think he's going to South Africa.
Yes, South Africa or Ghana. Hasn't been finalised.
I think
yet.
he told me South Africa. I think it's South Africa, so
Bucket list.
big up to him.
Yeah, big up.
Maybe you can surprise him over there. Make sure
Yeah.
he's not hungover, like, you know.
We'll
so,
go out the night before
Yeah.
in South Africa.
yeah.
Yes, please.
But a testament of what the work on the SU does. That's the kind
Yeah.
of jobs you can be getting at the end of it, which is great. So fair play to him. Going to Ghana, like, you know. What are you watching then?
On Netflix.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Chicago.
What did I watch? Chicago. Oh, Chicago Med. Yeah, but
Ew.
that's the like background stuff.
Is that
that you-
Chicago Hope? Do you remember that? These are all too young to remember that.
No.
Chicago
Chicago
Hope
Hope?
was like that was like ER.
Oh well, it's the same thing.
It's the
So
same thing.
It's the same thing.
But it's
probably
like
the
background, yeah.
Big
I've-
Brother.
It's background
Yeah,
stuff.
do
No, I've been
remember.
really loving. What is it? Jack Whitehall
With his
travels with his. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
dad.
Is it
Like
good,
it's
yeah?
making me
With his
like
dad?
belly laugh. Like
With his dad, is it?
where it's
His
hilarious.
dad's
No,
hilarious.
I
it's
hope that
hilarious.
travels with his dad, and his dad actually does travel with him.
It's
know.
so funny
You should travel with them. Say you'd love it.
to watch.
Just sitting on the planes. All
Yeah,
the
I
time.
would.
I love this.
So like, do you know when the plane takes off? What? She'd be that person that sits beside him. Like,
Clapping.
so like, do you know like when the plane takes off, it looks really cute and really fun.
Yeah.
And then,
No, I'm sleeping the whole way. I sleep
Yeah.
in plane. I sleep in plane.
You don't sleep
And then I
ever.
know you were talking to someone the entire flight.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, because she needed me to talk to her, or else I would be conked out.
She's probably gonna have this.
She's probably like, oh, I feel like I need to
Weird
talk to
French
Have you
this
ever seen
girl.
girl.
Airplane? Have you ever seen the movie Airplane?
Yeah.
And your man starts to talk,
Yeah.
and it cuts back, and the people
Oh.
are like putting gasoline over
Yeah,
themselves.
just to get rid of her. Yeah. That,
You
that's-
She's
Yeah.
thinking she needs to talk to you because you can't stop talking.
No,
You're thinking you need to talk to her. The two of us are sitting there like, what's she ever?
Anywho.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back to English speaking shows. So I know you're watching Turkish soap operas and Korean.
And Korean.
Korean,
I still watch
yeah.
those.
I just
Actually, my mom and dad love the Danish things as well.
Oh, my godmother.
like
loves-
it's in Danish.
It's
Yeah.
in Danish.
What,
But
subtitles?
there's subtitles, but like I can't read
Like,
and
sorry,
concentrate at the
there's
same
something
time.
wrong with you then, because like have you ran out of things to watch that you just
No, they're really
No, but
good.
they're very
It's
good.
so
very good.
annoying though. Do you not?
Okay,
Do you know
fair
you're
enough,
watching
fair
an
enough.
English subtitle,
like,
and
I-
they're clearly not saying that word.
I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That really
Yeah.
But it's
annoys me.
actually quite. I don't know. I like it because at some point you start remembering words, and then I only pay half attention when I listen to Turkish movies, and I'm like,
I've actually found that when I'm watching TV
Yeah, I
or
don't know,
watching
I know
anything,
that.
I'm not actually watching it. My attention span is like so bad.
yeah.
Like, so if I'm listening in another language, I'd actually have to look at the screen for the whole thing. So
I blame
Yeah.
TikTok.
you played, yeah.
I blame
Like I feel
blame
like
TikTok.
we're like multitasking, like we don't fully concentrate on anything,
Yeah.
which is
Oh well.
not a good.
what were you saying?
Well, Ryan, are you going to save the day here? So we've got Chicago.
Suits.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
Oh,
rewatching it
Suits
again.
is
Ah,
class.
come on.
That's
yeah,
so
it
good.
is class, but like
No. Suits is very good.
Suits.
I watched
is
it
good?
last year.
It's
Yeah.
Sorry?
Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry that
I'll check it out.
a log
It's
writer
very
was
long,
watching
though.
a law-based
Oh
show.
no, I can't.
But like I feel like everyone's watched Suits.
Yeah, but they have another series out, and I was like, I
Did
haven't
it?
watched it in ages.
Have you never
yeah.
seen it?
Season
I've
9.
never watched Power. I've never seen
Power's
Suits.
class.
Do you
and
have
I've never
Netflix?
watched
Do you have
Yeah.
TV?
Watch mine
Power
first.
TV.
You said you were
You'll-
watching
you'll like
something
it.
on
Disney. Why is that laughing at me?
doesn't watch Netflix.
Do you know why I like Disney, right? 'Cause
Don't put it
I have, I
I
have,
used to
no,
watch before
I have the app on the
Watershed
telly, right? So I have like a smart telly, really nice, like, you know, and then it has the, you can download the app, so when you press it, it goes Disney. It just pops up, and it's all magic and it's class. And like, because I don't need it.
So is the parent lock still on your
I
I
channel?
was
don't.
gonna say, this is what happens when you get adult money and you know. 10-year-old you was like crying
Yeah.
inside. What
But-
was it called though?
Only Murders in the Building, I think. Steve Martin and I
Selena
think
Gomez.
Selena Gomez. And what's the other guy's name? Martin
Yeah.
Short, I think.
Oh, that
Yeah.
keeps coming up on my
It's
TikTok.
Pretty
as
good.
an ad
It's
or
pretty
something.
good. It's good, like aesthetics in it, and it's a good storyline. It's pretty, and there's a good twist in it, so it's pretty interesting. So I would recommend that, which is pretty good. So yeah, but it's the episodes are short. It's 30 minutes. I'm not investing in 90-minute episodes and all this type of stuff. I just don't have it in me. Like I watched 2 episodes and then I got to bed. Look,
Oh.
after
With
Love
your
Island. After Love Island. Yeah, right.
And it's Blanky.
Yeah. Well, we got to say goodbye to Iona.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go. We're gonna continue the chats. So
Alright, you have fun.
you say goodbye to all our listeners.
Goodbye, people. Can I have my phone?
Where you going with the chair?
So we're
no,
yeah,
Stealing.
we're going to continue on.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
So I do want to talk about holidays. What's coming on? Have you any holidays
I actually
planned?
just put in my annual leave today,
Okay,
but I don't have anything planned.
nothing.
No.
Not one thing.
I have a week.
Are you gonna do a little staycation type thing?
I think so.
Okay, that's cool.
I have a week in August and a week in October.
Week in
October,
August, week in
I think
October.
I want to do like 2 city breaks or so. I know
In
it's a lot
October,
for
yeah,
a thing,
that'd be
yeah.
nice,
But like one weekend and then the following weekend. I want to go to Berlin. I want to go to Prague.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, maybe Prague over Christmas, bit of Christmas markets, but
Oh,
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice to have the annual leave in the back pocket. You can.
That's
go.
I have so much to take because I didn't actually do a holiday. So
I'll take some if you
yeah.
Well,
So-
everything's overpriced now as well.
That's
Like
what I-
getting abroad, everywhere's really hot. Like just
Even just taking a few days off and just enjoying, like, I've loving going on because my mom's off for the summer, so we've been doing a couple of hikes, well not hikes, but like Killiney Hill Walk and
Oh, nice.
Hellfire Club and stuff.
You're at that age now, Laura, where you're embracing those type of things.
Yeah, but I'm also
You can't.
violently hungover doing them, so it's like, my mom's like,
Yin
you
and
make
yang.
me sick. It's like, I swear. I'm getting out for the goodness of my head.
Killiney's beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
It's
very
so
pretty.
nice at the top.
So is Hellfire. Hellfire's a nice walk. Hellfire
Yeah.
Club.
It's lovely.
And the viewpoint, even at night, I've been up there a couple of times and it's lovely. It's like you're sick of Howth because Malahide is, yeah. But,
Go to Bray.
yeah, me and Mum used to do the Bray to Greystones and that was closed for ages.
Yeah, it was. But you
Well-
just pushed the gate hard enough and it opened.
Oh, really? And I see me and Mum be like, no.
Too scared.
Or even up to the crossing Bray Head.
True. I'll get out there one of these days.
But Prague and Berlin would be a nice show
I
anyway.
helped just a few city, yeah.
Get yourself into the Kit Kat club. That'd be very good.
What's a Kit Kat club?
I have to tell you.
Ooh.
I won't.
I
Say
don't wanna
no. My
look it
listeners
up.
might know, so I won't say anymore. You have to be. I'm not going to say overdressed, but underdressed and overdressed to get in.
Ooh. Okay, one of those, absolutely.
You need something
Joking.
leather. You need something leathery and rubbery to
Say
get in.
less. Say less.
There you go.
That's my typical
And
wardrobe.
a big
anyway.
trench coat, like something that Ryan has
Like on a net.
on the weekends. And what about you, Ryan? Have you any? Your
Greece. Greece.
You're going to Greece. That'd be
Greece
nice
at the
to
end
finish
of-
off the summer.
End of August, and then straight back into welcoming all the lovely students in. But yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to try to get over to a Liverpool game hopefully as well before September. But yeah, as I said earlier, I was in France. I was in Budapest already this summer. So yeah, I don't really have.
Did you get into thermal baths in Budapest?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, a bit of a rough situation there. We were over there and we went to the baths, and like we were in there, I'd say, not even 5 minutes, and then we had loads of staff coming around asking people to leave, and no one really knew what was going on. And turns out there was a bomb threat while we were there.
Sorry.
What?
There was a bomb threat, so they're like, we have to get everyone to leave. We have to get everyone, but half the staff couldn't speak English. So it was really hard. Like there was an old woman shouting at you to like get out, but like you had no idea.
Just got in, like,
we literally got in. We just paid however much money to go, and like, oh, now it's a threat. Like we don't know. Like there was something that was left here, and we've been informed about something.
someone blow bubbles.
But yeah, that's what I was hoping
It was a
to be.
bad bomb.
No, so we couldn't go. So like,
That's so funny,
they
man.
said you can hang around if you want, and we're like,
Can I bring a bat bomb in? What? A bat bomb? A bomb? Yeah, you sit there with a bag from Lush or whatever, like, you know.
it only goes different colour. I swear. No, so that was interesting. But other than that initial scare, it turned out it was okay in the end. But
Yeah.
That's good. Did you get back in?
no, I wasn't going back there after that. I wasn't hanging around.
Once they clear it, you're fine.
Yeah, but you had to like
Off
sort
you
of
go.
hang around. Everyone's cleared out. It's like,
This could be hours, those things,
exactly.
as well, like,
That's
you
what
know.
it's like, I'll just
Seemingly
do
they're very overrated. I've never been, but
it. For the 2 minutes I was sitting in the water, it's quite nice. But I
Did
don't,
you get your money back?
no,
Oh,
never
wow.
followed up. on it.
shambles. Strongly word a letter right now.
Yeah, it
Budapest.
wasn't like Budapest. The thing about Budapest is so cheap.
Is it?
Budapest is really cheap. Like
Maybe I'll go there.
a drink for like less than €1, 12 shots for under €12. Like you get less than €1 a shot. It's class.
There was 12
Class.
shots.
I did.
12!
I thought I was ordering a cocktail.
We'll put it into
I
it.
swear, no. I pointed to the menu. I was like, "Oh, can I have this cocktail?" Because
Give me this.
I was like, "Can I have this?" Your one didn't know what it was because I ordered it like 3 times. She didn't know. I was like pointing to her, and she kind of looked at the staff. She's like, "We don't have that." I was like, "Why is it on your menu?" And then a lad came over with a tray of 12 shots.
Were they like proper shots? Like, do you know the way they
Yeah.
do like fruity
No,
shots,
no.
like on.
They were a bit fruity,
Like
but
your-
you could still,
Yeah, but
you
it's
could
good,
still
though.
taste it. Like you could still taste the alcohol. And then
And-
he goes,
Knocked.
Are you like feeling alright? I wouldn't do 12 shots of anything
"What's grand?"
till it hits you in the back of the head like a fucking, like a
It was an
big.
experience. That was grand.
Okay.
I think it was a little bit weaker, but
Yeah.
like you could still taste it.
Well,
You don't want to be
students,
flat out though.
we've got our own city break in Reading
Yes.
Week, which is Lisbon. That's a
Yeah.
date announced for that, so the students can look forward to that. A little city/surf break there,
Never
which
been
will
there
be
either.
good fun. I'm sure there's going to be lots of students interested in going along to that, so it should be good fun. I know both of you guys kind of missed out on that during your time
Yeah.
as SU,
Mhm.
because some of my best memories of times in DBS are on the international trips.
Mhm.
People losing their passports and all sorts of.
I remember I was going to go on that one. It was my first or second year. You went to Tenerife. No, it was somewhere the last one before it stopped, but I chose Tanzania instead.
Okay,
I
yeah.
was like, either that one or.
It's Forteventura, I think they went to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I regret that because James used to always talk about stuff with Iris and Connor, and I was like, oh, I didn't really know them then either, which
Yeah.
is so weird, but
Mm,
I would have gotten to know them on the trip.
Yeah.
so.
that's cool.
Yeah, another one.
so
Lisbon will be good.
It's
They
a
can
good
look
trip though,
forward
for
to that.
students to look forward to.
Yeah.
Really good. Especially like Bundoran could be your little taster into the surfing experience and
Yeah.
like socialising that way, and then you get to go to like a nice little city break and do the same thing.
It's good to be with a new group for a short period of time, build some new friendships, experiences, and all that type of stuff. And I think that's the magic of what college is all about: is throwing yourself into these environments where you get to meet new people and you get to kind of hang out and everything else. So yeah. So I suppose just to wrap up, what's the main things students look forward to now? I know a lot of planning going on at the moment, but Is there any advice or
being fully back on campus is probably
that's a big.
I think that's a big thing. Like I know last year there was a lot of events still in person, but there still was that hybrid element. And don't we like at the start of the year a lot of masks, like socializing, like all that was kind of put on hold. But this year, like from the start, like you'll be able to mix with people. Everything's in person. None of this hybrid kind of environment. Like you're fully there. So just embrace it. I think like it's the first time in years where we've been able to fully just embrace.
Like the common room is going to be back
Yeah.
to what it was.
I'm loving seeing it at the moment. Like it's actually a bit of life to it now in the last month or so, with all our study abroad students coming in and making use of it. And it's really nice to see that. And I hope September it'll be ramming again and full of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Just getting involved, I think. Just kind of. I know we were saying like go to everything as much as you can, but do try. Like you're not going to make everything, but go to what you're interested in at least, and then get involved in stuff outside your class.
Particularly the activities and the trips and the
Clubs
sports
and socks as well. Like that's
really
also
important.
a big thing. Like getting involved with sports, having sports back, societies, running society events and stuff.
Yeah, and pushing yourself to kind of go to these because it's easy just to sit around and go
during
home
the day
early
or whatever.
and
Be around
skip
the
class.
common room.
Yeah, get in.
Stay out after.
It's going to be great to welcome just the togetherness that was lost, and you know it was 50% classes the last or 10%, sorry, the last few years. So now we get to see it kind of fully in person.
Even like if people were in college, they'd only come in for that hour or two class. Like they wouldn't stay around. But now that like there'll be more hanging around, there'll be more like probably a lot more activity around the common room. And once they see people hanging around, we're gonna have our SU there, the SU stall and stuff like that, or the hub. So
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. But it's so weird that people, like, you wouldn't know. Well, no, you would because you started when, like, pre-COVID was in the college and stuff. But, like, there'd be people coming in now that could be in final year that don't know what the college is actually
meant to be like.
Yeah,
for sure.
To me, it's completely changed in my first year. My second year, even when I was on the SU.
Yeah.
But, like, it's going to get back to that. I feel like it's going in that direction. It was getting there last year. And I feel like this year it's going to be like, we're all not going to leave until about 10 o'clock each night.
I hope we're ready.
Always what we do.
I hope we have the energy for it.
Yeah.
So I know. I suppose it's July now. It's kind of our last kind of few weeks of the quiet period. Lots of planning going on for September. We're ramping up now to get all the plans in place for you guys. So I suppose maybe during our next episode we might have more updates. I think our next episode will be Meet the New Students Union.
Love it.
So you'll get to meet some of the leaders, and the guys will get to see what they're up to and how their summers are going. But thank you, Ryan and Laura, for your time and your lovely insights.
Thank you.
Iona has gone, so we don't need to say hello to her. But thank you, and we look forward to having you on in the next few weeks for more updates on what students can expect. So thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh my god, I didn't press record.